know that you wanted to return to Tampa Bay?
The last week just been, so uncertain, kind of like the draft in a way. Just, filled with like anxiety and, hoping for the best situation. Obviously, me wanting to be in Tampa was my first option. And, the way free agency hit, it was the best place for me. Coming back here, I got my family here, and it was the best option. Wanted to come back first and foremost, and just to have the opportunity to come back here and compete for another ring was huge for me. So that's kind of how it went down.
And obviously, I don't know where you were or how you found out that Tom was returning, but how much did that play into your decision to ultimately return?
You said that played a part in my decision. Obviously, having Tom come back automatically makes us a contender again. And, who wouldn't want to come back and compete for another ring with the GOAT? So, when I heard the news, it definitely played into some of my thought process going into my decision.
Thank you.
Greg Allman.
Carlton, welcome back. Congratulations. I just want to ask you if Monday, kind of when that window opened before you re-signed with the Bucs, if there was any what conversations you had and how tempted you were to look at other teams before deciding on coming back.
I wanted to do the best thing for my family. And, there was a lot of teams just, making offers. Like I said earlier, with Florida having a state tax, being a no state tax state, played a big role in my decision and weighing in the numbers and how much I would get back. But ultimately, when Tampa gave me the offer, I wanted to just take it off the back, but, weigh my options at the same time. And it was just the best decision for me when it came down to sticks and stones. I wanted to stay here, stay home.
Thanks, Carlton.
We'll go to Scott Reynolds. If any media have questions, please raise your hand.
Hey, Carlton, congrats on the deal. You were in the contract year last year, and when you injured your quad, how frustrating was that for you? Not just because you couldn't be out there helping your team, but because it was a big, important year for you. And when you missed that time, did you feel like it might have some negative impact on your market value?
I was never really worried when I got hurt because I know what kind of player I am. And, I, like you said, I just hate missing time just in general. I always want to be out there on the field, giving everything I got for the team. But when I went down, I wasn't so much worried about, contracts and in the future. I was more so worried about getting back on the field and just trying to win another ring. And, money plays a part, but at the same time, you play the game for a reason and you play it a certain way. You don't necessarily play it for money, because if it was just all about the money, then I don't think you would maximize your potential. But it was more so about, just getting back on the field and letting everything else take care of itself.
You had 4 interceptions, a career high, during the Super Bowl run in 2020. You had 1 pick last year. Granted, you missed some time, but you also dropped some picks that I don't know really bothered you. How much are you itching to get back to that 4, maybe 5, 6 interception level in 2022?
I'm trying to go for more than that, honestly. Like you said, I got work to do just on my ball skills and just looking the ball all the way in so I can maximize every opportunity I have, because just being honest, I'm going to always be around the ball. Whenever I'm in coverage, whoever I'm covering, I got a chance to get the ball. So this offseason, I'm going to do a lot of work on that and correct it and go for more than 5 or 6, maybe 7, 8, 10, who knows.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Carlton.
Wow.
Joey Knight.
Carlton, what would you say the potential or the promise of this team is now, maybe compared to just a week ago?
It's kind of feeling like last year, when we were, we got the guys in the room to compete for another championship. I know when we come back together as a team, everybody's going to be full of confidence, especially hearing Brady coming back and all the free agency signings that we got coming back so far. And, I know for me, I can't wait to get back on the field with my teammates and get started on another one.
And forgive me, I came in just a tad late. If you've answered this, how much does the loss of Jordan affect you guys back there?
I'm sorry, could you say it one more time?
How much does the loss of Jordan affect you guys back there?
He was a leader in our back end, man. And I know me personally, I'm gonna miss him a lot. He brought so much good energy. He was an enforcer on our defense, and he made some huge plays for us, especially in that Super Bowl run in 20. So losing him, we're gonna have to make up some ground for that, and just wish him the best of luck. At the end of the day, it's a business, but it's all love, and I'm gonna miss playing with him. I am.
Luke Easterling.
Hey, Carlton, congrats on the new deal. This team is able to have so much continuity, and that's so rare in the NFL, right? The last 2-3 seasons, you guys, not just on the field in terms of the players, but also the coaching staff. How much do you think that's going to continue to influence how well you guys are able to play this year, having all those coaches and so many players back yet again?
It just builds the chemistry, like you said, a lot of the times, there's a lot of moving pieces, but to be able to retain our coaches and the core of our players is huge for our team chemistry. And, football is a team sport. So, chemistry is huge. And when you're able to play with a guy who you're familiar with and you kind of know his tendencies and what he likes to do, and even like coaches, like having Bowles and knowing his tendencies and how he likes to call plays can help me prepare better for games and kind of put me inside his mind and what he's thinking and, how he wants me to play. So having a lot of our coaches come back really just heightens our chance at making another run for Super Bowl.
And I know you mentioned a lot of other teams were kind of in on you there. Are there any teams in particular that you were, either were really strong coming after you or you really strongly considered there before you decided to come back?
There's a couple of teams. I don't want to name drop or anything like that.
All right.
But, it was some interesting offers, but, my heart is where the home is. And, I'm just happy to be here.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks.
No problem.
We'll go back to Jenna Lane.
Hey, Carlton, I know the franchise tag can be kind of a dicey situation. I didn't know for your part, like when the Bucs didn't tag you, they tagged Chris. Did that create any concern on your part? Do they really like me as much as they say they do? Or did you still feel pretty comfortable about where things were headed then?
Like I said, last week, it was just full of uncertainty. You never know. I didn't know what was going to happen. Like I said, it felt like they draft again. But not being tagged was kind of a good thing for me because it allows me to have a little bit more stability in my deal. So I wasn't too mad about it. Mm-hmm. Obviously, cap space was a concern. But like I said, the whole week was full of uncertainty. So there was nothing you could be certain about. So I just left it all in God's hands and allowed him to guide my steps and, came to this decision. And now here we are.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We have time for a few more. We'll go back to Scott Reynolds.
Carlton, one of the players you guys are expected to sign is Russell Gage, a guy that you've gone up against for the last couple of years with the Falcons. What are your thoughts on him? What's the Carlton Davis scouting report on Russell Gage and how he can help you guys?
I like Russell. I've been competing with him since college. He was at LSU when I was at Auburn, so I'm really familiar with him. He's a tough guy, a hell of a route runner, and I think he just has a lot of heart playing that position. You watch his film, and he makes some guys look silly when he runs routes in the slot. I think he'll be a great piece for us and another piece to compete with in practice. I'm really excited to have him come join our team, and I really can't wait to compete with him.
One of the guys you've known for a long time is your cornerback buddy, Jamel Dean, going back to the Auburn days. It seems like he really made some strides last year. He had some nicks and some injuries, but he overcame those. How do you feel like he developed last year as a third-year player?
I feel like he's on track to being a great player, a good corner in this league. And every year he's taking a step And like you said, he took a big step last year. And, hopefully, we can expect him to do the same this year. Especially me coming back. We kind of feed off each other in practice. Like you said, we've been together for forever, dating back to Auburn, and we kind of fed off each other back then. Just working technique every day, being accountable to each other, and just stand on our technique. And us being so familiar with each other, we know what to expect out of each other, and we know how to push each other. We know when we're not playing up to our par. So, I'm gonna hold him accountable to get better this year, and hopefully he does the same for me.
We'll go to Luke Easterling. If any media have questions, please raise your hand.
Carlton, you guys in that defensive backfield have talked really, the whole time you've been there about how close that unit is and how you guys are like brothers. I wondered if you could speak. I know you mentioned something about Jordan earlier, but what's it like? I know every player dreams of that second contract, right? So you see him get his money, right, and get him paid. And I know personally you're happy for that. And then also you got a guy like Mike coming up who's now going to get an opportunity to have, to be on the field more. What's it like to manage those emotions and that relationship that's so close between all you guys?
At the end of the day, we're all brothers. We go through the same thing, and we all understand it's a business, but more so we understand that it could be any one of us who's caught up in that business decision. So all you can really do in those situations is be there for that guy, regardless of what he's going through. Just be a brother, because at the end of the day, we go to war with each other, fight for each other. Take care of each other, watch each other's back. So never let that come in between, playing time or contracts or anything, because that just makes it unauthentic. And I think, to build chemistry, you got to have the authentic relationship with the guys in your room.
Last question will come from Cam Wolf.
Hey, Carlton, what's up, man? Congrats on the deal. I'm curious, obviously, when Tom came back, that maybe changed some things for you guys, a lot less uncertainty. Did you guys have any conversations, like a group chat or individual, about let's get the band back together now that Tom's back?
No, not really. When Tom retired, I thought personally that he was done just because he did 22 years. And, that's a long time in the league. So when he announced he was coming back, I was just surprised and full with different emotions. But, I don't think anybody started a group chat or anything, but I'm pretty sure everybody who heard the news and had a chance to come back either tried to come back or got in talks with the team on coming back. So.
All right, that's all we have time for. Thanks, Carlton.
Thank you.